Oh, cover myself.
And we're live.
Hallelujah to the only true and wise King, Master forever, eternal living creator. Father, we worship you and give you praise. You said, heal me and I shall be healed. Save me and I shall be saved. So I thank you that we're healed. And I thank you as we honor you as being our healer, our deliverer, our source of stability, and our ancient of days. Father, be glorified on this time of Sukkot as we acknowledge you as creator. Thank you for the vegetables, the fruit, and all that you've given us pertaining to life and godliness. Amen. Hello, blessed be the King. Blessings. Thank you for joining me. Let our brothers, our sisters, my babies, my family, let them know EMA Barbs on YouTube. I'm live. And come and join me today. I got some good stuff to share with you today. First of all, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and I want you to know that. I love you, and the Father thinks you're wonderful, and so do I. This is the day that He's made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. He's given us the resurrection power, family, and we will use it throughout the rest of our days. Amen. Say amen. With the last broadcast, I asked you to do some things. I bet you even didn't think I was going to ask you to do your homework. But today, hey, guess what? Today we're talking about let my young women and men know we're talking about estrogen today. Estrogen, testosterone. You know there are things called phytonutrients as well as micronutrients, as macronutrients, and oh man, all those wonderful things. But today we're going to show you how to tweak some things up today using estrogen. I bet you would have never thought that food and spices could be estrogen. Who would have ever thought? You never thought about it, but because the Father has you in the best interest, He did. Today, we're going to talk about, tell those that are wondering, what can I do to boost my estrogen? What can I do to help my estrogen while I'm taking all those drugs and stuff? Here's some things you can use naturally. I bet you, first of all, you know, my favorite thing. Remember I told you the greatest things come in small packages? Did you know fennel has estrogen? A certain amount of estrogen in it? How about that? You didn't know that? And so does flaxseed. And you know I'm always talking about the flaxseed. Flaxseed has a plethora of things, a whole bunch of things in it that just makes the body say, yes, eternal. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be loud. But that's what it makes the body feel. Like you're just, oh, thank you. And you can do it powder or you can do the seeds. Not only, I know a lot of people use it just for your hair. And it makes that mucusy almost like an okra look. Or by the way, okra is another thing you can use. By the way, family, how about that for estrogen? Hallelujah. The Father thought about it all. He created all things, and by Him all things are created. And He did not leave one thing out. Okay, I'm not going to get Did you know estrogen has a lot to do with your fertility? Estrogen and testosterone, all of these things have a lot to do. You know, our women are having issues these days with breast cancer. You might want to do one or two things. Get rid of the ammonia in your deodorant and aluminum out of your deodorant. And you want to get one that doesn't have the aluminum, doesn't have the all of these other toxic detergents in it. Join me. Okay, here's your homework before we get started. Here's your homework. Look on those deodorants that you can use just without the aluminum and the other heavy minerals and metals that builds up on the inside of your arm. I didn't mean to talk about this part, but it builds up under the arms, and as it builds up, it becomes those pockets that turn into cancer, and it goes into the breast. Women will go on that another time, but it has a lot to do with infertility. It has breast cancer, thyroid issues. We can handle that in no problem. And hormone issues. So I know you probably knew about wild yams. As a matter of fact, I told one of the babies just recently about wild yams and how wild yams can help with estrogen. It's high in estrogen. How about that? High in estrogen. Oh, and never stop drinking water, family. Please drink your water. Remember, when you slow up and you haven't drinking water in about a couple hours, remember my face and say, EMA says drink water. Lemon water, parsley water, ginger water. I'll admit one thing. I'm always telling you all my secrets, aren't I? But let me tell you this. So there's a lot of times where Mr. says, oh, I just want something to drink, and he just wants some water, and he might have a little, lemon water. They drink a lot of lemon water where he came from. And I might boil some ginger, and I'll just put ginger water. And he's gotten so now that he'll even feel like sometimes when he wants some water, he'll just look. If it's off color, he'll say, is it ginger? Is it ginger? And I'll say, yeah. He'll say, I'm just thirsty. Let me get it anyway. And so he knows it's ginger. And guess what? Ginger cleans out along with lemon, or you can do one or the other. Did you know the ginger cleans the prostates? It's good. Not only now we passed this already. Remember we were talking about Pada Arco, and it's called saw palmetto. That's good for it, but also ginger and garlic. How about that? See, told you the Creator didn't forget us. Everything that He has done is, when He says it's good and very good, He meant it. Oh, okay. I'm trying to stay on course. That's why I wrote a lot of things down so I can stay on pace. And it's good for hormone balance. Now, the estrogen we produce as people, melanated people, we automatically had a certain estrogen until we start eating processed foods. Family, we got to get away from the processed foods. We have to. If you do a little bit at a time, all it takes just a little bit at a time. Get rid of this, get rid of that, a little bit at a time. I know it's hard, but you can do it. Join me this coming week on the Sukkot. Join me this week on just doing all natural, no processed foods. How about that? Now, did you all look on the community page where I've been sharing different recipes with you? And this morning we talked about putting what to put on a quick 6-minute meal to take and go. And one of the things we said was sprouts. Did you know? Now make sure when you do your sprouts that it's mold and mildew free. So we'll talk about the next on another broadcast. That's for another day. We'll talk about that. But get your sprouts. Sprouts is good for estrogen, family. Brussels sprouts, broccoli. I didn't put all that on there. I put Brussels sprouts. Broccoli is good for estrogen. What? You say, EMA, what you say? Yes. Broccoli is not only good for the brain, baby, is good for the estrogen, and it balances out. It balances out. How about that, what the Father did for us as far as food? He said all the leaves of the field are good for the healing of the nation. When you get, did you know potato leaves are good estrogen, and it also balances everything out, and it's good for the blood, and it cleanses the blood? We say broccoli is good for blood, it's good for estrogen. I mean, all these wonderful things. Come on, family, let's do this estrogen thing, because we don't want to put all these patches and stuff like that. We want to do what the Father has ordained for our bodies. And plus, why go through all that when you got natural foods that the Creator's already made? I'm not telling you don't do your patches, people. Please do it. And then ease in it. And then pretty soon, you've gone on there a short time, and the doctor will say to you, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And it'll be just perfect. But do you know spinach? Oh man, spinach are carnivorous, such as all your carnivorous, what we call carnivorous, are like broccoli, cauliflower, things like that. Those are carnivorous. Even, did I tell you, you could even do aloe vera. The cactus. The cactus. Do you know that has so many phytonutrients minerals, potassium. That is about, so many different things. Cactus, you know I love cactus. Any kind of way I can get it. I love to eat cactus. You know those little flat cactus? I make my husband, here's the thing, I make my husband such advice. I'll buy them, and then I'll say, honey, don't you want to clean those for me? How much do you love me? I'm telling secrets now. And he'll say, okay, where are the cactus? And he'll clean those, take those prickly parts off. And as he takes those prickly, and then we saute them in olive oil. Oh, by the way, olive oil and olives are good estrogen for the body, which also balances estrogen out. So whatever you need, it's going to use it. And those that you don't need, it gets rid of that. How smart food. These are just cells. Because you have wonderful cells, it's going to do that for you. Also, so you just take the cactus, take those little prickly parts off. After you clean those parts off, you can saute them in olive oil with a little bit of lemon pepper and a little bit of lemon. When you finish, a little bit of garlic. Oh, it's fantabulous. I think I'll stop and get some cactus today. And then I'll post later on. Now keep an eye on the post every day, family, because I send you different little things in the post about recipes and what's good for this particular time and how you can do that. But keep an eye on the post and keep giving me those feedbacks. Now, for those who are on my Gmail, continue to send me Gmails. You forgot me. I've only answered a few. Don't forget me. Gmail me. I got a little bit of time. Gmail me and let me know what you're wanting. The sprouts and beans. Beans. Do you know kidney beans are good for estrogen? You know what they used to do? In other countries, they'll take kidney beans and they'll make candy out of it. Remember a while back, I was telling you about tamarindo, they call them tamarindo, tamarindo, tamarindo. It's like a little pod, and those little pods, they make candy out of those little beans. They call them little seeds, but they're actual little beans. And what you do, you could, they make candy out of it. And you could also drink it, and it's really good to help you rest at night, family. Take it from me. Make you a little bit of, warm up a little tamarind, and put it in warm water and put a little honey and drink a little bit at night. It's kind of on the sour end, but it's really, really, really good. Also, don't forget kale is good for vegetables. It's good for hot estrogen. Spinach. Black beans are wonderful. We love black beans in our house. So black beans are excellent for estrogen, family. I'm just giving you some things, just some ideas of what to do with your estrogen. You can use also, remember we talked about fennel, flax seeds, sesame seeds. You know, I have this wonderful thing, and I want you to tell me how this tastes. I'm going to take it out to Sukkot and let the family taste it out there this week. And just take some pineapple. And when you take you're going to use all of it except for the very head. And you're going to juice it. But you can also boil it and get as much as you can out of that pineapple. Mix it with ginger. You can mix pineapple, ginger, and you can make that little tea out of it. And I'm going to see what they think about it, and put just a pinch of turmeric. And that's to boost the immune system for those young ladies who are having certain issues with estrogen. That's the pineapple that's going to help, and the ginger for the estrogen, and also to testosterone, men. And this is a good drink. I'm just going to make I didn't want to say it aloud, but I guess it's already out there now. So this is for the family out there on Sukkot to enjoy their pineapple drink and boost the immune system, because you know pineapples are good for high in vitamin C. It's acid, but it's the good acid. And when the way you make it, the way I'm gonna present to them, and I'll come back and tell you what they thought about it. And it's good. Now, during your estrogen time, family, I want you to make sure, deficiency, during this estrogen deficiency, I wanna make sure that you make sure your pH balance as well as your water. So you wanna make sure your pH balance is there, not so much acid, so that it balances everything out. Okay, that's the next thing I want you all to be aware of. Prunes. Somebody says, EMA, I've had this taste for sweet. I just need sweet, sweet, sweet. Well, you don't have to do candy. You don't have to do candy. You can do berries. Did you know blueberries are fantabulous, which balances and give you what you need? Not only does it help the brain again, these are just certain things that aid the brain, and it also helps with your intestinal system, and it acts with estrogen. Blueberries are phenomenal. That helps during that time. Blueberries, apricot are my favorite. You know, years ago when I found out about apricots, I was like, I don't know whether I like apricots or not. But the more I found out about the apricots, I know you can look at one of my other videos and it tells about all the things about what apricot does. I'll come back again and do another lesson probably at another time. And we're gonna tell you, but apricots are good for estrogen, ladies. So if you have a sweet tooth, apricots, prunes, dates, I love dates. Now I keep dates in my house. I try to keep it all the time. Any kind of way I can get dates, I get the dates. And I mix it in, I'm telling you another secret of mine, with almond. Almond is a very good estrogen as well. Not really high, but it has a quality enough of estrogen in it. And that's for estrogen, for almond milk. You make your own and you don't have all those additives. But almonds are really good. And I mix in my almond butter and always with some dates, and mix it in a little date molasses, and it is so good. And mix a little sunflower seeds in it, and make like little raisins and stuff in it, and it is, ooh, that's my sweet, family. That's my sweet. And it has all my a lot of my nutrients and my micronutrients in it. So I just wanted to share that with you. And peaches now, and raisins. Raisins are high in iron and estrogen. I love it. I give, every time I have, the young people used to know when I used to go and teach in class, and years ago, and I would come in, they would say, Miss Barbie, you have any raisins? I would always keep a pack of 12 in my purse, carrying around in my little green medicine bag. Always keep raisins in there. And so, and it's good because it's high in iron. When I get tired, you know, raisins perk you up. Raisins has a phenomenal amount of nutrients in it, family. Believe it or not, those little grapes are something. Remember we talked about at one time about how grapes are good for allergies? Well, dried grapes, which are raisins, are good with, they're condensed, and it's so nutrient packed for you. Some people say, I can't do the sugar. For those who love sugar, raisins. For those who cannot do a lot of sugar, family, grapes. And not very many of them, but just so many things today. I'm not gonna be here long, but just so many other things today. Oh, and I wanted to touch on, not just with estrogen. Some people ask me about diabetes. High diabetics, and they're like, what can we do about diabetes? I'm just going to touch on that a little bit. And diabetes is one of the things, some of the same things that we have here. Don't forget your vinegar. Apple cider vinegar helps with estrogen and also with diabetics. Drink it at night or in the daytime. It keeps, you know, the apple cider vinegar, ladies, keep the belly, keep your mid parts healthy, strong, and keep it from being over bulged. Just FYI. But it's apple cider vinegar. Do your apple cider. Did you do your apple cider vinegar this morning with a little honey? Cayenne pepper. Oh, cayenne pepper is another that helps too, family. Helps a lot. Did you do your apple cider vinegar this morning? Did you forget? just because it was kind of cool today, did you all forget your apple cider vinegar with your cayenne pepper and your honey? Don't forget tomorrow. We're gonna get that down pat. But your peppers are another thing, ladies, and young men, as diabetics. It's really good for that. So keep in mind, we eat to live, not live. Is it eat to live, not live to eat.
That's right.
That's it.
You're eating for health, not taste.
Right. So thank you, Santibai. There are a lot of.
I'm saying that things that are healthy for you can't taste good. It just seems that most of the healthy things don't necessarily taste as good.
Right.
Because we're used to the processed.
Because we're used to the processed foods instead of the natural food. I had to program my taste buds a while when I was younger. Family, I did not like okra. I was like, oh, it's in everything. My mom and dad put it everything, greens, beans, everything. But when I found out what it was and the nutrients that it has in it, family, oh, my taste buds just went out the roof. I did not like beets. Oh, check beets out, diabetic.
I didn't like beets either most of the time, but I'm starting to now.
See, beets. Baby, if you are having issues with diabetes, check out your beets. And you could even juice your beets. Family, you can make juice. Let me tell you something that's really easy, real quickly. And I know, like I said, I'm not going to be here long today. Check me out next week. You all got to meet me. Just meet me out here. Let everybody know I'm online. But check this out. You could take a whole beet, just one beet, that's all, and it makes about 2 to 3 glasses. And you just take your beet, juice, peel it, of course, and juice it, and then add your distilled water, how much you want, and then it's wonderful. And add a little bit of agave if you want to, or this is what I don't like to do that. But this is what we in our household have found it works. You can juice the beet and add an apple and a pear, and then add a glass of distilled water, and add just a pinch of agave. Ooh, it's wonderful. Why do I always give you all my recipes? Because I much love you. So try that, family. Apple, one pear, and you can even throw a celery in there if you want, if you're brave enough. I bet you are. Throw 2 celeries, 1 apple, 1 pear in with a beet. Juice the beet, make sure they're clean and everything, of course. And clean it with a little baking soda, a little bit of vinegar, and let it set for a little while for the skin, outside of the skin, and wash them. Really good. And do that, juice that beets and everything. It is wonderful for you. And plus it gives, for those people who are looking for energy, that beet will give you such energy as a diabetic. It will give you such energy, cleanse the blood, arteries out, and give you that energy, bring oxygen and everything. It is fantabulous. Also, beets are good, people, because what it does, it helps with so many other things that I was going to go on all the things the beets does, but I said I was not going to do that today. I'm trying to stick, but you all get me so excited about talking all the herbs that the Father created for us. So these are just a few things that are high in estrogen. And one more thing, for those who are dealing with a little diabetes from time to time, you know what you might want to do as well. You can just sip on lemon juice, lemon water during the day, parsley water. Remember the small things. You could even go a little bit of thyme, but we like thyme tea, and do a little bit of thyme tea, and it's good for diabetes and it lowers the blood pressure. We always used to say that okra, and I like okra as well, and put it in water and let it set with the bottom and the top off. And then you sip on that. Within a couple weeks, you'll notice a significant difference along with the way you're eating. No processed foods, family. It's no processed foods. No fake sugar. No fake sugar. And if you're going to do salt, family, do a pinch of Himalayan salt and Celtic salt. That works. But we want to, and try to get rid of the white flour Not a good thing because it's going to put weight on you and it's going to clog the arteries and it's going to stop the oxygen flow. Because when you put in the cyst in your body, it acts as a glue. So, anyway, this is EMA, Barb, who thinks this is your EMA. This is your EMA. I don't care what anybody else say. Never let anybody tell you that your EMA, this EMA, does not love you. Somebody thinks you're wonderful. And I know you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Blessings on your week. Enjoy your Sukkot. I know you will because I am too. I love this time where the Father meets us. Oh, I pray that your Sukkot be a blessed one. Healed, healthy, and sound. Blessings on your day, on your week, on your year. This is Ema. Thinks you're wonderful. Blessings.